all welcome to today's station. And soon we are starting right now by God's grace. And I welcome you all to this today's event. I welcome all our SP members, all the Cowrie ambassadors members, all the scholarship Catalyst Foundation members, and the fellow students. Really welcome you all. And I hope this event will be insightful by God's grace. Let me read a brief little history about our speaker. I will share my screen soon. Regarding our facilitators, which is the program director of Scholarship Catalyst Foundation, Muhammad Ridwan Olalade is a program director of Scholarship Catalyst Foundation. We try to make some rules and regulations, which will be like a safety etiquette in Zoom. What are the things we have to do? Let us try to keep our mic muted when we are not speaking and use the chat box to ask questions or share comments. Stay engaged, take notes, and participate actively. Ensure a stable internet connection before you start. And then don't of this section, don't talk over mic, don't talk over the speaker or the participant. Don't leave your mic unmuted if you are in noisy environment, and don't multitask or get distracted during the section. I hope all of us should try to be in a quiet area without any distraction, and then let's get our pen down. Let's welcome our director, program director, by trying to use our favorite emoji to welcome him to this today's webinar. You are all welcome, sir.
Yes,
The floor
thank
is
you very
yours.
much, Okay. Yes, thank you very much, everyone. It's my pleasure being here this evening, Nigerian time. So as I know we have some people joining from outside Nigeria that are also on this call. Please confirm you can hear me loud and clear. Please confirm you can hear me and you can also see my screen. Okay, let me do
Yes,
something.
I
I'm
can hear
coming.
you and see your screen.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. So I'm coming. I would like to hear from my participants, right? From everyone, because I'm also a student of knowledge. So which is very important. Few minutes. So confirm on your end if you can unmute everyone. Ibrahim. Just few minutes. Okay. Okay, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, okay, fine. You can hear me. It's amazing seeing wonderful people on this call. Um, okay, Ibrahim, Adamu, Zaina, Victoria, Umar, Babangida, Mariam, Umar, Raji, and what have you, right? Thank you very much for joining this call. Please confirm again if you can hear me. You can use your mic now. I've opened that for everyone. Okay, thank you, Aminat.
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim, for that wonderful introduction. So all those one are just more or less like a paparazzi, right? I'm also a student of knowledge. So, and in this session, I would like it to be more interactive, like, because while I understand that a lot of you would have gone to YouTube to know how to write CV perfectly, right? So this, I will just try to manage this section properly for us to understand the nitty-gritty of what is expected, even without requesting for the slide, without requesting for the recording session or anything, because that's how I've actually built this. So if it's not because of more of formality, I did not want to present a slide actually. Oh, fine. So, my name is Mohammed Ridwan. So, the program director for Scholarship Catalyst Foundation. So, I believe, uh, majority or all of you must have filled the form before you got access to this meeting link. So, most of my audience focus is going to be our undergraduates, those in school, the Cowrywise campus ambassador, that's the fintech, and also our SP, Society for Petroleum Engineer. So respect to all of you, and also every other graduate member that is trying to navigate the job market. So to make it very brief, right? Our agenda is we'll cut across the introduction, which we have done that already. Our expectation, and I'll also paint a storyline across that. Also, we'll try to touch across our hiring strategy. What do we know? Because I have a lot of people that mention ATS, ATS. I want my CV to pass the ATS part, this and that. So behind the CV and behind the applicant tracking system, so we'll be addressing that. Also, CV qualified action verb. I know maybe this may sound new to all of you, or you are hearing this if you have not heard it before. Also, I'll also be giving an action plan for everyone to manage, and also share some resources, and we'll do practical session. So that is how the training is going to be. So now, being Scholarship Catalyst Foundation, I'll try to just give you a brief profile about it. So Scholarship Catalyst Foundation exists with a belief that every individual deserves access to opportunities that can unlock their potentials, regardless of their background or circumstances. So the foundation is passionate about promoting educational equity by equipping students and young professionals with the knowledge, support, and resources needed to pursue academic and career success. So through initiative such as graduate training, graduate opportunity academy, the Ridwan Oasis Library, and career staircase. So the foundation creates platform that supports learning, scholarship opportunities, personal growth, and career development. At the heart of our work is a commitment to helping individuals confidently position themselves, access opportunities, and turn their aspiration into meaningful achievement. So I know I saw I saw a lot about our expectation. So there are two ways to it, right? I will try to say some expectation, right? And I'll also be needing 3 volunteers, or should I say, yes, 3 volunteers, because time has gone actually. 3 volunteers from those in the house to also share their expectation. But some of the expectation I saw for those that submitted, for those that filled the form. So I saw, okay, how to create a letter heading, understand how to write CV using AI. Wow. What can I add aside what I was provided during normal class? to make my CV more attractive to employer. No problem. I want to learn how to create standout CV, optimize it for ATS system, and also use AI effectively to improve my chances of securing internship and job, to know how to structure a professional CV, and also know how to make use of it for different job role. Wow, I love this person. Okay, this person must be a graduate actually. That position it for different job role. So I like to gain the understanding of how to better present my skills in a way that gets the attention of the HR, and also be able to arrange my CV in a way it gets past the ATS. Wow, amazing. To learn CV for scholarship. No problem. I'll address this. So I would like to learn how to tailor my CV for different job role and use it to help use and how to use AI to structure a professional CV, and also grab the attention of recruiters. Well, that's some of your response you submitted when filling the form. So I hope to understand how to better align my CV with modern ATS. Okay. And one last one, let me pick one last one. I want to learn how to properly structure my CV, present my skills and leadership experience from NAX, ESCO effectively. Okay, this person must be an undergrad, and understand how to use AI to optimize my CV for current job market. This person is saying all that is offer and I'm ready to learn. Wow, that's amazing. Okay. Oh, I'm not even. The video is not on. Wow. Okay. I'm also seeing. Let me check. I want to gain more experience on how to make CV for international opportunities. So you want to leave us in Nigeria and Japan, right? Okay, no problem. So that is. I just try to pick out some of the response you gave when we told you what are the things you want to gain from this masterclass. So having said that, I don't know if anyone will be willing to share some maybe outside this, or just share to us, right? So just share to us. Let's hear from you. Thank you. I'm not hearing from anyone. Okay, I just
Yeah,
want
from
this to be very
anyone.
interactive. I want this to be very interactive, right? We are all students of knowledge. We are putting our heads together to get things done, right? And trust me, in most of my session, I do tell people, engage, feel free. Just let's see ourselves as one, and let's get this thing done. Thank you. So do we have anyone in the house?
Any volunteer, let's try to speak up.
I believe everyone has access to the mic, right? Or have I said all that you expect from this masterclass? Oh, makes sense. Hussein Adam Umar, you have the floor, please. Hussein Adam Umar. Or was that a mistake? Or have I read all your expectation you hope to get from this training? Any volunteer?
Yeah,
Okay, Sadiq, you want to
can
say
you hear me,
something?
sir?
Yes, I can hear
Yes,
you.
sir. Thank you very much, sir. I expect to learn how to write a professional um ATS friendly CV that effectively highlights my skills, achievements, and expectation. Experiments. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, thank you very much, Sadiq, right? So, for you being for you to volunteer to speak, right? So Scholarship Catalyst will be doing something differently. So volunteering is very key, right? And which is some of the things we mentioned on our CV. So as a program director of Scholarship Catalyst Foundation, so at the end of this training, so Scholarship Catalyst Foundation will be reviewing your CV. So when you are going to give us the breakdown of what you have done, then we'll review, then send back to you. Are we good? Are you an undergraduate or a graduate? Let
Yes,
me hear
sir.
from
I'm
you
an
first.
undergraduate.
Okay. What department?
Forestry and wildlife.
Forestry?
Yes, sir.
Okay, makes sense. That's nice. So let's keep it going like that. Is there anyone that want to speak? Okay, no one. Yes, thank you very much. So, having said that, right, I will try to you can still see my screen, right? Ibrahim, confirm that.
Yes, we can all see.
Okay. So I don't know, maybe we'll still have some other, should I say, three volunteers, minimum of three volunteers, for a particular storyline. So, and if we don't have any, we'll move into the, training as expected. So three volunteers who want to paint a particular story for us to understand, on what, who are they, what are they looking for, how to approach a particular job opportunities, and what have you. So I'll be
Yes,
the one to
good
paint
evening,
this.
sir.
I'll be the one to paint the storyline. Oh, Muhammad Wakil, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do we have any other person? That's one, Muhammad Wakil.
Argentina.
So if you are not speaking, can you unmute yourself, please? Can you mute yourself?
Um, Sorry, sir. Um, my expectation is to learn how to create a professional CV and to use AI effectively in my studies and my future career. And I hope to gain practical skills that I can apply in real life situations.
Okay, yeah, that's amazing. So we've passed that stage, right? So I'll just try to, you'll be among those who use for a storyline just now. So also, Sadiq, I don't know if you'll be also willing to do that. Uh, and do we have any other, the third person that will be willing to do that so we can move on? Musa Abdul Hamid, you want to say
Hello,
something?
sir. Really, sir. Also, I
Okay,
just want to learn how to like the career paths after graduation, sir. So I want to
okay.
learn how to do what are the necessary stuff to add together to learn a very good, job.
Okay, no problem. So let me just try to paint a scenario base, right? And I want all of us to see ourselves as a recruiter. So let's see ourselves as a recruiter and try to see how this scenario is going to be. So are we using more as like a storytelling actually, because I love giving story about a particular concept before diving into it, right? So let's imagine we have three candidates. We have three candidates that is looking for one opportunities. Three graduates looking for one opportunities. So let's imagine they are graduates of University of Maiduguri, and let's assume we have Muhammad Wakil, we have Musa Abdul Hamid, and let's say the last person is Ibrahim, right? So let's say, please, I need your full attention. So let me try to mute, then so all of us can hear me clearly. So who is this person, Muhammad? Okay, is oh, I'm coming out through is if there's a way I can disable this because it's going to disrupt the training actually. So no problem. Let's go for it, right? So let's say the first person, right? That's Muhammad. So let's say Muhammad graduated with a very good grade. So he also waited after graduation before preparing for the job market. So in his CV, in Muhammad's CV, right? So Muhammad has in his CV, the CV contains his degree, his school where he graduated from. His CV also contain his course and his personal details. So each section, we have profile summary. So the profile summary contain one thing that is a member. The experience section, right, contain a particular thing, contain that is a member of the department association. So Muhammad applied for 50 jobs and he kept wondering why our employer not seeing his potential. He has a very good degree. He graduated from a very good school, good course, his personal details and everything like makes sense. So, but his problem was not lack of intelligence, right? But the problem that the CV lack is that it has no evidence to communicate its value. Remember, I said in his experience, he just stated, I'm a member of departmental association. That was a person. So the next person, right, Musa Abdulhamid, right? Musa Abdulhamid is, should I say, is an opportunity hunter. So he understood early while in school that he has to start preparing for job. So while he was in school, he joined several projects. He volunteered. He took online courses. He did relevant course. He participated in competitions, right? But still, on his CV, when he was detailing his information, the simple thing he wrote was he assisted with project activities. He has the experience, right? But he did not know how to position them. His problem was not even lacking the experience. You can see he has experience. This one is even different from the first person, Muhammad, right? So, but his problem here is communication. That's the second person, right? So the third person, Ibrahim. So let's say Ibrahim is a career builder. So Ibrahim has no full-time job experience, right? He has no full-time job experience. But there's one particular thing he keep asking himself every time when he was in school. He was asking himself, what problem can I solve? What problem can I solve? This particular question is what he was asking himself because he's a career builder, right? So with this, he was able to build evidence. He managed student project data. He also was able to use Excel to analyze several data. He supported organizational activities. He shared professional insights online, like on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, everywhere. He was sharing professional insights, sharing, okay, comment on a particular thing, okay, just on LinkedIn, right? So it showed, so on his CV did not just show what he did, but it shows several value that he created over time. So, but when the recruiter, right, saw the CV, they understood something. They understood that this person is ready to contribute. So, if I can ask the floor, right, I don't know, if you are the recruiter in this scenario, would you who would you invite for interview and why? We have Muhammad. I painted scenario about Muhammad Wakil. I also painted scenario about Musa Abdulhamid and the last person, um, Ibrahim. So I don't know. Do you have anyone that can just tell us if you are the recruiter, who would you invite for interview and why? Just invite, raise up your hand and I will give you access to that. Okay, Ibrahim Mustafa. Okay.
In that scenario, if I
No.
was the
Okay.
I'll
Yes,
be
yes,
able
go for it.
to invite Ibrahim in the sense that number one, regards that he doesn't have any maybe online courses he have done or some volunteers, but he's ready to contribute to the impact of the maybe growth of the industry or the company or something else, and also ready to solve some problem which they might be facing. That just the little regard to that.
Okay, amazing. Do we have any other person that want to um put yourself in a scenario that you are recruiting for a particular firm? Let's call it SYZ Limited. You are recruiting for them. You have seen information from Muhammad, Musa, and Ibrahim. Who would you invite for interview? Okay, Sadiq, you can go for it. Sadiq, you can speak now. Yes, you have the mic. Sadiq Kolapo, if you are speaking, we can hear you. You have the mic. Okay, Adamu Umar. I think Adamu Umar. Yes, you can speak now. Hello,
Hello, sir. Can
Adamu.
you hear me?
Who is speaking? Okay, Sadiq, right? Okay,
Yes. I will take Ibrahim because
okay. Why will you?
his CV shows several value that he has created, and is willing to contribute to the improvement of the organization. So I will take him.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. I like that submission. Yeah, thank you very much. So, saying this right. So, let me just try. You have Ibrahim. You have said a lot. You said and you gave an amazing judgment to that, and also, so my own approach to this is the difference between these three graduates is not their degree, right? It's their preparation, their positioning, and their ability to communicate value. So in today, we are not just looking at, we're not just going to learn how to write, we're not just making sure that, okay, what are you to put on your CV? We are telling you on how to, we are going to train you on how to tell the right story. So that's on that. So, next slide. So there are several things that, is anyone speaking? Hello? Okay, no one. So there are several things that a lot of people will tell you in the job market, right? So, and would never tell you in the job market what nobody tells you in the job market for high performance CV, right? So we have the first one, the job market does not reward potential, it rewards evidence. We saw that in this particular thing. So basically, your recruiter is not they don't want to hear from you if you studied accounting, you studied engineering, you studied law. Your employer want to know a particular thing. They want to know a particular, they want to know. Employer don't want to know your CV, don't want to know your let's say your class of degree. They want to know how you present this thing. So you have to teach them. I do tell everyone when I'm writing CV, I do tell them that you have to consider the reader. You have to consider the reader because that CV is a document that is presenting you in your absence, right? The CV is the one presenting you in your absence when you are not there. So you have to teach them. You have to teach. Your CV is not the record of all your life. You have attended every program in this life, you have attended the religious program, some volunteering, everyone. So it's not just a record to keep all your life journey. Also, your CV is a business document that should sell your expertise, that should sell what you have done. So every experience, right? Every experience you are to answer must give answer to a particular question on what value have you created. I don't know if you get what value have you created. One other thing I do tell people is, so the next one is I know we have a lot of undergrad, right? Preparing for their projects, preparing for graduation, preparing for a lot, right? So while in your CV, what you are going to write on your CV start from day one when you join the school, right? So you stop preparing for graduation, but you start preparing for competition, because we have thousands of people that are in the job market. You are fighting for a particular job, right? You're fighting for a particular job. So your first job search, right, starts before you even graduated. It starts before your NYC. So the students in universities who win opportunities are those people that prepare before the opportunity starts. I tell people a lot, if you are in school and you are inspiring to be, should I say, an accountant, first look at what skill are you building? What projects should you be involved in? What network, what circle should you be in, right? That is what you should start building. What type of portfolio should you start creating? What type of certification? Is it ICANN? Is it you volunteering to be an, should I say, when you're in school, this financial secretary? Do some volunteering work, right? On our association, right? Just like how we have these SPE. So we have NOASA, we have Makosa, we have lots of them. So you must start building your leadership experience. You must also start building your professional relationship. Who are you to connect with? So the question you should start asking yourself is, if I graduate today, what proof can I contribute? Like, what proof do I have to contribute? Because you must have proof. You must show legacy that, okay, this is what you have been. These are the projects you have been involved in. This is the skills. This is the network, the portfolio, and lots more, right? So the third one is, your degree gets you considered, but your skill gets you selected. You must have a job advert, right? I'll share some job adverts to you. We'll analyze everything together. We'll see what is being required, and we'll check on how we are to position our CV, basically, right? So your first class or your second class upper division will get you to the role, right? But your skill, your experience, how you communicate will get you selected. That's number one thing, right? So what I do tell people is, you must have, let's say we have several graduates, we have thousands of graduates that are from the same university, that has the same degree, that has the same class of degree, like first class, second class. You have the same NYSC. Look at it from this angle. You have similar qualification. How can you get the same job? I painted that scenario the other time. You must start differentiating yourself. What problem can I solve? Did I have problem solving skills? Did I know how to communicate? What tools did I have? Who are the people I should start working with? And how can I demonstrate my initiative? Those are the questions you should start asking yourself, like on how to differentiate yourself from thousands of people out there. The job market, we have a lot of people and we have a lot of vacancies out there, but the right people to get to that table is what we don't have. I was actually recruiting for an educational sector right here in Abuja, and the role was for a school accountant. And I have some people I do share CV with, okay, opportunities with, please, I need CVs, I need CVs for this particular role. And I stated the job description, I stated the requirement, I stated all what I needed. You see a lot of people start sending CVs. They don't even read the description. They don't send, we have what we call generic CV, either to tell AI, I need CV for this and that. No, we have AI, right? We have AI, but how are you going to make yours different? So what did this person do? The person said, I received lots of messages on my phone the other day, and I lost my mail and everything. And I saw a lot. I was like, okay, this person, I was forced to call a particular person. This person is a chartered accountant, has worked in about 2 to 3 audit firm, and currently working in an organization. I was forced to call this person. Why? Because he just said, prepare audit, prepare management account, prepare this. I was like, what is this? Like, this person, everybody can prepare this. But what have you done? You have shown that you have shown that you can prepare this. How have you prepared it? And what are the results you got behind it? Sorry, I have someone sorry me. So it's just a background noise, but so I hope you get the gist. So now the fourth one is you almost learn how to position yourself, not just on how to apply. Most graduates, I can tell you today, most graduates are applying blindly. They are not looking at the requirement. I have a particular guy that messaged me, sir, I've been applying for so many jobs. Can you believe that this person just has 1 year working, 1 or 2 years working experience, and is applying for job that has 10 years working experience, 7 years, this and that? Is that you are not yet chartered? You are not yet chartered, and you are applying for jobs that has chartered. Okay, fine. If you are to apply for job that has chartered, what skill have you built? What job or what project have you done or were you involved in that will show clearly on what to do or what will take you to that table, right? So don't just say which particular day I was discussing with someone and I asked the person, okay, what are you looking for? What type of job are you looking for? You say, I'm looking for any opportunities, and you're a graduate of accounting, a graduate of business management and what have you. You don't just tell me you're looking for opportunities, but instead you should know something. You have to know your strengths. You have to know the industry you are targeting. You have to know the problem you can solve. You have to know what type of role fits you. Why not start from an intern? Start from an intern, a junior auditor, junior accountant, assistant accountant, like that. You move like gradually before you get where you're going. Only if you have the certification, the requirement it deserves to get there. So you don't see people, I'm just looking for opportunities. What type of opportunities? You had the opportunity to have one-on-one discussion with an employer, someone that can get you to that table. And you don't say you are just looking for any opportunities. So would I just meet the firm and just say, just give him any job? No, they're paying you for the value you are bringing to the table. That's the angle, right? Also, I don't want fresh graduates, right? For those that have graduated from the university, so I don't just want us to just say, I studied accounting, I studied computer science, I studied engineering. I want us to position ourselves in a very different way. What did I mean? If you're a finance person, just mention, okay, I graduated with a skill, like you just graduated, you're a fresh graduate, right? You have done cost accounting. You have done audits, you have done tax, you have done financial reporting, you have done anything. Mention, oh, I'm a recent finance graduate, I'm skilled in financial reporting, Excel, and process improvement with experience to support business operation. This person will see you as someone, oh, The person would not be interested to know, wow, you said you have experience in financial reporting. Mind you, this person did financial reporting when this person was in school. This person did computer science in his coursework when the person was in school. This person used Excel when the person was doing project defense when he was in school. And but this person was able to bring all these things together and tell the recruiter to say, oh, fine, I'm a recent graduate. I have knowledge in financial reporting, Excel, tax, mass comm, this and that. Mention the course, right? Then now let them know what you are interested in that particular organization. Oh, you are interested in what? Are you interested to just come to work, let them pay you? No. Are you interested in to drive the business mission, to drive the everything? State it. This person will see you as someone that really has direction to where he or she is going, right? So the fifth one is experience can be created before employment. Wow. This is very simple. I tell a lot of people that we don't lack experience. So you lack employment. Your lack of employment history is not an excuse for lack of experience. I tell people that you have experience. Now, let me tell you what I do, right? When I'm writing CV for a recent graduate, I ask you to give me just write, don't edit, don't use AI. Just write everything you need to write under this section. I have a particular Google form I send out. Write this and send back to me. When I see it, I review, okay, if I'm satisfied, that's fine, right? I use this to manage my time. But if not, I put up a call. Fine, you stated this. Walk me through this particular internship you did when you were in 300 level or when you were in 400 level. Like, walk me through. What have you done? What departments? What led to that internship? That's the first thing. What department were you assigned in? What were your responsibility? If it is just to carry file, let me know. I was just carrying file. I was doing this. I was just pressing computer. I was doing data entry. We have a lot of data entry. People that position themselves for data entry that are seriously earning dollars for that. Let me know, walk me through what you did during your internship. Walk me through what you have done during your student association. Were you the secretary? Were you just normal volunteer? Someone that is just that bought the form for a particular role, but you are not selected, but willingly you are still supporting them. Let me have that. It will show several things. It will show your teamwork. It will also show your leadership skills. It shows several things. It will show, in summary, it will show your engagement during the association when you were in school. Let me also know, in your community, what were the things you volunteer? Like, what were the things you volunteer in doing? Do you volunteer to we have JCI, Junior Chamber International. I don't know if you have it in school. We have several clubs. We have the manual. We have everything. Let me know, what were the things you volunteered? What club did you join? What were your responsibilities? Walk me through. What have you done? What freelancing? Okay, freelancing. Maybe you're in your mom's shop. Maybe you are supporting them to do a particular business. Paint that scenario. Your mom or your dad must have a particular business. Were you documenting all customer issue? If it's a mechanic, let's say, okay, you are a student of petroleum engineering, like a student of petroleum engineering, right? And let's say your brother or your big uncle in town has a workshop, right? And at your leisure, you do go to his place to sit down to see what he usually do. Document all those things. Document those processes. Okay, today I went to this, I was able to do this, I was able to do that. Document all those processes. I'll share you some resources, right? That has to do with documenting, should I say, an engagement tracker that track some of your engagement. You have to document your personal project, competition you have gone to, the seminars you have attended, everything. Document. When you have everything in a document, what entrepreneurship work have you done? When you have all these things, that is when you can now play around. Okay, what and what, how can I align them together, which we are going to be discussing that in today's, right? Also, so the question is, what have you done that shows you can handle this responsibility? That's us, that's the answer to this particular question, right? What have you done that can show you can handle this particular responsibility? You're applying for an intern engineer. Let us know, what do you know about engineering? Is it some project work you have done in school? Is it some internship? Is it everything? Let us know. Is it even your coursework, what you have read to understood? We have some people that will just read something and they understood the nitty-gritty part of what the problem is. So now the sixth one is, you learn to communicate achievements, not activities. I'll show you a particular CV when I'm done with this particular one, because after this one, we'll go into practicals, right? So you learn how to communicate your achievement, not activities. You don't just majority of CV, why they fail, mostly, like I'm in Nigeria, right? Mostly why they fail is, most students just write, I was a member of department association. But are you teaching, or are you letting the recruiter know what you have done in that? What was your involvement in that departmental association? Let them know, okay, I've supported them with coordination of departmental activities that involve students, involve improving communication, involve social media management and engagement among members. Let them know. The clear difference is, the clear difference about these two students is, the first one just mentioned, okay, you are just a member of departmental association. The person does describe attendance. That is it. But this other person describe contribution. What has this person done? What's involvement? Now, so next one is this, number 7 is AI. I hope we are all jotting, like we are all taking notes. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, no problem. Okay, I mean, that's okay, everyone. Yeah, that's fine. So the 7th one is AI. I do laugh when I see this word AI, right? AI has changed the game, actually, right? Average CVs would disappear. Why am I saying this? Is that AI is not replacing candidates, but it is increasing competition. I'll say that again. AI is not replacing candidates, but it is increasing competition. Everyone can go to AI, can generate a CV, can use AI to write application, can use AI to improve grammar. Now, where is your advantage of documentation to come in place, right? So now the advantage you then have is, you have authentic experience that you have documented during your journey when you were in school. You have authentic experience as a graduate 1 year, because I have some graduates on the call. You have, when you're in a particular work, what are your responsibilities? You're able to document what you have done, what value, what everything you have done, right? You're able to document them. You have authentic experience. Now, you are also able to, you have opportunity to position yourself clearly. You have opportunity to tell your story, to, let me use the word personal branding, right? You have the opportunity to go to LinkedIn, to interact, to brand yourself very well, and you have the real skill. You are different from someone that does go to, fine, the AI can get you to the room for interview, but when interview starts, do you have the real skill? Do you have the authentic experience? All these questions you then set in. So what I do tell people is, right, and I use AI a lot, because I'm a fan of process improvement. I'm a fan of finance transformation and what have you, right? Anything that will make my life easy, I use AI, right? So, one thing I tell people is AI can polish your story, but it cannot create your story. Again, AI can polish your story, but it cannot create your story. What did I mean? If I'm to use AI for a particular thing, I give it a download of who I am, what did I want actually. Then I ask it. You can just you can just test this, right? Write down all what you want and tell it to review. You are not telling him to just check this. Let it review what you have done. Based on, you are not only telling it to review, you are telling it that review based on this criteria, this criteria, this criteria, this criteria. Because why? You want to work like effectively. You want to be able to work effectively. That's why we have AI. Give it. The guy will tell you, oh, okay, why are you using this? You don't use this terminology. This grammar is here. This grammar is here. Don't use this. Why not? Regarding matching it with this particular requirement you have given me to this. Just try it. Give it and let it review what you are doing. So now, this one is the normality is networking is not favor. Networking is not favor. It is a career strategy. I tell people up to today as I speak, right? Networking has seriously transformed my career. And I will tell everyone, right? When you are to network, know who you want to network with. Know the reason why you are networking. Because many students think networking just means begging for jobs. No. Let me try to correct this, right? So networking did not really mean begging for job. Networking means you are building relationship before the opportunity comes. You have a big brother, you have someone you are aspiring, you have one of your colleagues. Share your story with this person. Oh wow, today I was able to read this particular coursework. I was able to finish this skill. I was able to attend this training. Tell them your story. Build that relationship before the opportunity comes. Those people around me that have shared some of their engagement, if I have any opportunities, the first person, because my referral is an asset, right? So I have to know who am I referring for a particular job, because it's majorly my eye they are going to see there. So you have to let this bond be there. So you are building that relationship. So also what networking does is networking means you are learning from professionals. You are creating visibility. So because opportunities often move through people before they even apply whatsoever, right? So opportunities, party A saw an information online about a particular maybe on how to repair a computer, and I have one of my street friend or one of my close friend that told me that, oh, he or she was in the Keja, is learning one skill, is now here to maybe conclude with the certificate and whatever, right? This person was the first person I'll remember for this opportunity is this person. So now, the second to the last is your online presence is part of your CV, especially LinkedIn. I do tell people a lot, right? Before the before the recruiter invites you, right? When I see a particular CV, someone sent me a CV and I'm interested in this candidate, the first thing I search about this particular person is I go to LinkedIn, I search the person profile, the name, I search for the person name on LinkedIn, check for the person profile, check for the person, okay, did I have access to this person professionalism, did I have access to this person information, I check, right, check all this information. Let's assume you're applying for a brand manager, right, or a social media manager, and your LinkedIn is mess, your Instagram is mess, your TikTok is mess, then what are you building? And after you tell me you are looking for a job, you did not see a job. The first thing I'll tell you, go and clear all this information. Clear it. Let them see you to who you are what you are communicating in that CV. You can't be communicating something in your CV and communicate something out there. I know most people say Gen Z, that's how we are doing. No. So today I want us to start building our LinkedIn profile, professional content, our portfolio, in summary, our digital reputation. So the last one is, the first job is not only about your salary, it's about positioning. I know most of you reject opportunity because we focus on the immediate income. Please and please, I don't know if I'm speaking the right language, right? When you see a particular, while I understand that money is very important to make us sustain ourselves, to improve our livelihood, to improve everything, right? I tell people that when you are interested in a particular skill, you are interested in a particular organization, you have done justice to what you are looking for, and they tell you, let's say you are aiming for 100K, 200K, 300K, and they just tell you, we are going to give you 10K, 20K. You say, okay, it's for what? Let me give you a scenario, right? I graduated from a private university, that's Fountain University at Oshogo. Now, as a graduate, during my NYC, I was opportune to work with Oyo State Investment Public Private Partnership Agency. That's in Oyo State. That's at Jericho then. So what then happened? I used every opportunity there because I know that is my only, should I say, my climbing stone from where? That's my climbing stone from university, NYC, and to the real job market, right? I make sure that I was involved in almost everything that is happening within my department. I was assigned to the finance and accounting department, right? I did a lot. If you check online, you see what I did at that particular place. I was able to utilize every opportunity to learn, support every other department, to know how they are preparing emolument card and what have you. I was able to do that, right? After then, I don't know, a lot of people were already observing how I take up responsibility, how I say, oh yes, sir, our sister to do this, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that. I was able to do it. Fine. Some of my colleagues were saying, this guy, you are very crazy. Are you a real-time staff? Are you this, are you that? I said, no, there's no problem. Just leave me. I'll do everything, right? After this, can you believe after a while, after my NYSC, right? While I was job hunting, right? Because I got a lot of offer. This one was saying this, but it's either the environment, I'm far to that place, no accommodation, is not aligning to what I want, the business structure and what have you. But can you believe I was actually seconded by someone that was observing me at my NYC placement? Seconded to me, I submitted my CV. This particular place, right? When I submitted my CV, it was twice, right? The first time I submitted the CV, but then they said, oh, they're looking for someone that can resume maybe immediately, and that was when I was just finishing my NYC, right? So the next time the man was asking, oh, Mohammed, have you gotten job? This and that. I said, sir, I have not seen any job. So while I was waiting for that job, I engaged on Coursera. Okay, what can I start building? Mind you, today as I speak, as I graduate with via BSc accounting, I graduated with 2.2. And you know that graduating with 2.2 will not even place you to an IIH. When you are seeing, we have a lot of 2.1, we have a lot of first class. But what was I building? I was building my portfolio. I was building, okay, what did I do when I graduated? Okay, what skill can I learn? Can I start learning Excel? Right? And there was a course I already started on LinkedIn. Now, my focus on that course was not even about this certificate, right? It was about what can I do? I'll start YouTube learning whatsoever. I was doing all this, right? And in summary, when I got the particular offer, I went there, they asked me for interview. I was asked that, oh, can you do this on system on Excel? I just told them, yeah, I can do it. I just turned the system to myself and I was able to address that. I said, okay, wow, this is impressive. You can see practical. If if I did not use the opportunity of when I left the my NYC placement then to start learning building, is that how I'll miss the opportunity. And brother and sister, when I got the opportunity, guess how much they paid me? They paid me 40,000 naira. And this 40,000 naira is not just this and that. You are working Monday to Saturday. Monday to Saturday, you are working, and you are also managing 2 branches. You can see as the accountant there. So you can see, but where am I driving at? I did not just look at this particular okay, how much you are paying me, this try to look, okay, accommodation, how can I sustain my accommodation? I was able to get a support from that, right? From accommodation. How can I transport myself to the place? I got a support from a family, and I was like, okay, fine, you can do this, you can get better. I'm like, fine. You can see how everything connects. I got the 40,000, but mind you, while collecting that 40,000 naira then, I had one particular jota. My next job, and which I want everyone to pick, my next job I want, what is the requirement to get that job? Now, I must understand how to prepare financial reports very well. I must understand how to prepare a management account. I must understand audit and control. I must understand tax. I must understand this. Fine. I was aiming at a particular salary, right? Now, before I can get that salary, before I can get that salary, I must have all these requirements. What was I doing? I use all possible best to make sure that in that place of work, is either I'm learning on that, is either I'm learning all those things I've highlighted from that job I'm aspiring, start learning, start building myself, build my portfolio properly. And because you can't just get to the table and you are not able to perform. If you are not able to perform, no one will pay you the amount you are aiming for. No one. I did that. I was able to work with the firm then, in Oyo State for about, let's say, 7 months. And why? Why did I leave 7 months? I was doing check and balance. Am I growing every day? What am I doing? And I just came to a conclusion, right? After about 7 months, I just told myself, guy, you can't continue here. You have learned this. You are able to go to YouTube, take several courses, attend several seminars, some conferences. I documented a lot, and I said, okay, fine, I've gotten to this border. The remaining thing, can I learn it here? No, I can't learn it here. Fine. Where can I learn it? I start searching for volunteering opportunities. Now I started checking online, and I told myself, okay, fine, I think this is an opportunity for me to just ghost myself. I ghosted myself for 1 year. And I know most of you say, CV gap. How to manage the CV gap? Here is it. Now, I started learning, like massive learning. Is it online? Is it through mentorship? Is it this? I attended mentorship, attended this, engaged myself in several projects. And this was a stepping stone to my next job that started paying me 100,000 plus or thereabout. Can see the growth from 40,000 to 100,000 plus. That's that. Even from that 100,000 plus, still as a graduate, I was still not satisfied. I was just growing. That's the angle, right? So you can see that your first job is not majorly about the salary, right? If you are an undergrad, it's about how you are positioning yourself. So your first role should help you gain skill, exposure, network, credibility, career direction. This is just a 5 summary of what I've just mentioned. Skill is helps you to build or to gain your skill, exposure, network, credibility, career direction. Now let's get to it, right? So that's for that aspect. So we have several hiring strategy. So okay, the Nigerian job market is competitive, but the people who stand out are not always the smartest. They are the people who understand their value, build evidence, communicate their strength, and position themselves intentionally. That's that. Now, what are the AI strategy? I know most people say that recruiters are wicked. Recruiters are wicked. No, they are not wicked. They have a lot of things they are using to do more as like a benchmark to what they are doing. Company are hiring differently, right? Employers are sourcing talent through new channel, either LinkedIn, either on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, sorry, X, on X and they are also searching for talent through recommendation. I mentioned that while I was speaking, right? They are also searching talent through people that are volunteer for a particular role. Candidates that volunteer, they are also searching through people that know how to use technology. Those that know how to use technology, they are using the technology here is the ATS. They are using it to scan. Okay, how can I hire this person? Is the exact keyword and keyword, is it matching with what we are looking for? No, yes, no, yes. That's it. Right? So they want you to evidence your skill, the results, and the real world impact. So this framework, right? Action verb, task or project, result or metrics are major thing you must use to communicate when you are telling what you have done on a particular role, on a particular task you have done, right? Let us know. Is it completed? Have you completed? We have action verb. We'll get there. We have action verb to qualify what you have done. Now, then that action verb, then you merge it with the particular project you have done, the particular task you have built, and what is the result you got from that, right? That's how employer are getting a lot of people. If it is missing these three things, my brother and sister, your CV is going nowhere. You can just communicate what I said at the first place when I was communicating around how to position yourself and how to create your experience, right? So organization expects greater value and versatility from learners. Like they want to see how good you are. So this is basically for experience hire. Now the first one is, now we are now in the game, right? People ask, what is this ATS? So ATS simply means applicant tracking system. And in summary, I gave what it does, well, what it does not, what it does, and also spot some AI, like AI spot signal. Right, this is it. ATS is not deciding who gets hired. ATS is not rejecting your experience. ATS does not read like woman. Now, what does this ATS does, right? ATS, it scan for application relevance. I'll be showing you guys, right? It's search for application relevance. It's searching for, okay, I have this job advert. I'm looking for this skill. I'm looking for this responsibility. Is it aligning with what this person sent to me for application? No. Is it aligning with the particular keyword? You are in your CV, you stated some keyword like, okay, tax experts, communication strategy, all these things. Those keyword is what this ATS is checking for. That's it. Is also so after all this, ATS will just prioritize some CVs, push it to the next end, and that is what the HR guy will see. So what are some AI signals? I know if you use ChatGPT very well, you use Claude AI, you use Gemini, and lots more, right? So you see some, there's one particular long dash you see. Those are some AI signals. When I see a particular document, when I see those dash, now those dash, his own is very long, right? His own is very long. So when you see it, you understand that, oh, something is fishy here. That's that part. You also, here's my slide, okay. You also it majorly use percentage all through. For a particular role, you can just see above 50%, this 20%, everything does it. No, fine. If you want to quantify a particular action or a particular task you have done, don't use those everything percentage. Let them know what have you done. Has it impacted through growth? Has it impacted through the people itself? All those things, it lets you know. Also, some of the AI spot signals, we have US versus UK spelling. You can check online for a particular word. When you check, you have how it's been spelled UK, how it's been spelled US, right? Also, you see all these all this big usage of word. That's when you see AI guy using it. That's that. Now, so they are more or less like this the ATS, right? So what ATS identify is this, what I've shared with you, right? ATS is checking for your hard skills. It's checking for your technical competence. What tools are you using? Like merging it with that job role and that job advert. Checking for your certification that match that particular job description. You see, it's checking it like end to end. Okay, this versus this versus this. But if it's not saying this, your CV is going nowhere. Now, standardized title. We have you just graduated and you're using big words. Now, you don't just say petroleum engineer, petroleum engineer, not oil expert. You can see. You can't just say oil and gas expert. So how? Oil and gas expert with 1 year working experience. I see a lot of people, they say on LinkedIn, they just call themselves audit expert, this expert. Guy, expert with 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You're not an expert. What of those people that built 10 years, a decade, and 2 decades? So now, what I just try to pick about 4 to 5 keyword or title you can use, right? Okay, graduate civil engineer. Okay, engineering intern. You can see graduate software engineer, graduate petroleum engineer. You don't just use I'm a future petroleum engineer, because now let me give you this hint. On LinkedIn, right? When you just try to search, you don't just see on people title. You don't just see future petroleum engineer. You will not see anybody. The only place you can see this is if the person puts it on a particular post. But when you search for the keyword as graduate petroleum engineer, you see a lot of people. Even on Google, check it. You see. You don't just see young tech expert. You see all these things in posts. You don't just see oil and gas consultant. You are a consultant. Which oil and gas? Like, you have to be very clear. Are you an intern? Are you an associate? Are you this? Be very clear about it, right? And you don't just put aspiring civil engineering professional. Like, what does that mean? Also, temporal project progression, right? So the dates, your duration, it look at the dates, right? The dates of your work, right? It check. I mentioned something about CV gap. So this is not clearly stating that, okay, it's on to check from this date to this date, have you worked? No. Try to know how can you manage that aspect, right? Duration, employment continuity. So, and that's that. So, the keyword context, keyword in context score higher than isolated terms. So you also see, right, around this band list, right? You see it as 2 column. We have some ATS paraphrase, read left, right, single item, right? So there are some people that will just use pictures, use box on the CV, all these text box, some headers, and lots more, right? They are what you use and what you don't use. So everything, I'll share those resources with you, right? So you don't just one standard formula I let people know is that let your CV be clean. Follow the right format. Use the right word. Let everything be readable to the person. Use the right font. Let everything, like, some there was one particular person that sent CV to me and sent a screenshot, like as an image screenshot. I was like, screenshot? So you want me to read this? And okay, I will move further to say, okay, let me even check what's in this screenshot. And this screenshot, like, does not even make sense. I was like, you failed on the first part. I even gave you an opportunity for me to even read your CV. And I'm seeing another thing. So one format I do tell people is, when you're writing your CV, except it is stated, submit your CV in PDF format. Unless if they tell you, submit your CV in Word format, in this format, submit it. Some job adverts will tell you that this is the particular format they need, right? Now, I mentioned something about action verb. Not to the next slide, right? About what action verb can we use to quantify or to qualify some of the things we have done, to show some of the achievements or a particular task you have accomplished, right? To show some of your engineering and technical job, right? To also show that, okay, you have problem solving skills. To also show that you have engaged in some community service and you have done some volunteering gigs, right? So look at this, right? So you can see accomplishment, accelerated, achieve, attain, completed, conceive. You don't just say supported, this, and no. Let them know. Have you done this particular thing? Eliminated. As you can see, increase, initiated, introduced, invented, all this word. So expanded. Now, let me give you some sample on how to use it, right? Look at this for this number one, right? Expanded community outreach. Expanded community outreach program using targeted campaign, driving a 60% increase in new lead. Now, do you remember those three things I said you should not forget when you are writing your, maybe what you have done on a particular role? Anyone? Hello? Who remember those three things I said you should remember when writing any responsibility? Those three things I said, this plus this, the action verb plus what? Hello, are we communicating? If you want to speak, okay. Okay, Ibrahim, okay. Yes, please. Okay. You know what to do. I think I need to open the floor for everyone. So I think with that, it's going to, because some people are joining, right? And I don't want the stuff to affect our conversation, right? Hold on. Participant, task or project. Oh, makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. This Barakat. Nice. Omit themselves. Okay. I've given Barakat. Thank you very much for that. So it shows we are all following, right? So now this is a game. So you can unmute if you want to speak, like we are together. So expanded community outreach program using targeted campaigns. You have stated what? You have stated the action. What have you done? Expanded community outreach using what? You told us what to use. Like, you understand? You told us this particular thing using targeted campaign. And then what's the result? The metrics, right? That's driving a 60% increase in new lead. Finish. Now, for this engineering job role, right? We can see coded, computed, engineered, installed, restructured, debugged, assembled, devised, steered, and lots more. Now, let me use one of it, right? First one, conceptualize, redesign, and presented enhancements to the data warehouse and stored SQL procedure, leading to 100% increased query performance. You can see, seeing this will tell you that, oh, this guy or this lady know what he or she is doing. Now, we'll know that, oh, you really have this substance, right? Now, if you have solved a particular problem, you can use compose, right? Eliminated, itemize, improve, arrange, coordinated, investigated. That's a problem you have solved. Now, how can we then use it? Facilitated continuous interaction between users, development, and QA teams through the SDLC, resulting in 95% testing success rate. Bam, that's that. If I've also done some community programs, right? These are the action verb that should be used, right? So you can say, develop a travel and lifestyle blog, creating 30,000 unique users per month. Weekly newsletter that has 20,000 subscribers. You have communicated what you have done, which is very clear. So that makes sense. So one particular thing I'll let everyone know, right? For today, for this night, right? Okay. Let me stop sharing my screen because this will be let me share the next section because I want us to go practical, check some things. Share, stop sharing. Okay. I'm coming. Just give me a few minutes. Stop sharing. Yeah. Okay. I think my screen is not showing now. I want us to go practical, and I seriously want us to engage on this particular thing together. I'm coming. I'll show you a CV that we'll be using, right? So this particular person is actually looking for a I think a brand manager role. Error correction, okay. This, yeah, I'm on it. Just give me a sec, please. Give me a sec. Right, okay. Now, where is this? Confirm if you can see my screen now.
It's not yet shown.
Okay. Okay, I know what's happening. Yeah, confirm. Can you see it now?
Yes, I can see it now. It's there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. So let's check this guy, right? So coming, yeah, I had a particular training this morning, like I had a session this morning, so that's why. So now let's look at this. For disclosure requirements, like I'm a finance person, so I try to manage confidential information very well because this is some of the CV I have written for someone, right? So now let's look at this. Mr. ABC, this person, this is the CV, right? The person presented. Look at this number, the Gmail to Gmail, Abuja, Nigeria. That was all right. Profile, energetic, creative, and detail-oriented mass communication student with hands-on experience in office administration, content creation, and customer service. customer service, and social media management with a passion for supporting teams, managing logistics, and building engaging content, eager to grow, learn, contribute, and be on meaningful projects, right? Now, that's this part. Oh, the person did something here on this profile information, right? On this profile summary also, the person did one particular thing, right? In this work experience, this person has massive work experience. Now, the person was opportune to do an intern. Just do internship, Radio FM, March 2026 till date. Okay? Customer service rep, XYZ company. I claim the company there, right? From this date to this date. What did this person document as a customer service rep? Taking orders, follow up on clients and agent, booking clients. You can see, right? Social media manager at a particular restaurant. The person said what? He created content calendar, posted content on social media platform, creating graphics using Canva. Okay? Brand manager at a particular shop in Abuja. Okay? Social media handling and content creation, photography and videography, creating content and calendar, or whatever, right? Now, this person, also an office manager, you can see packing orders and attending to customer. These are something that, this is, you are just telling us, you are not telling us the impact. You are not driving at anywhere. You are just documenting like a calendar where you are not documenting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You are not documenting. You are not telling us. You are not even giving us room to even see a particular thing, to even call you to ask a particular question, to be interested to invite you to a particular thing, right? That is how I'm good. Also, person communicated the educational, this is the educational section, right? National University, this, BSc Mass Comm in progress, this particular school in Zaria. Look at the skill, content creation, Instagram and TikTok. Skill, basic video and whatsoever, right? Language, English and Yoruba. I don't know, when you see this CV, what can you observe in this CV? Anyone? What do you observe in this CV? Before I show you the revised one. Hello, are we communicating?
Hello, good evening, everyone. So what I saw in the CV, it wasn't well detailed. It was done shabbily. I'm sorry for using that word. So it's not looking that professional. Yeah, it wasn't elaborate, like customer service, SS company, taking orders. Taking which order? What kind of order were you taking? Just like you said, there was no achievement. What was taking orders? I mean, it doesn't, is that of proportion to say taking orders? Were you taking human beings orders? Not by me. Oh yeah, so that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, Ijoma, thank you very much for that, right? You see that this person has the opportunity. You can see having an opportunity to maybe be in a particular office or a particular task, right, is different on how can you document them. The person has the opportunity to do an intern, to be a customer rep, to be a social media manager, to be brand manager, to be this, and this person was not able to communicate. But I, in person, right, I had to do a particular form, call this person to order. Okay, fine. Let's have one-on-one conversation. This because it's what I immediately do for service, right? We had this conversation, and I came up with something impressive, right? Look at this. Can you see my screen, please? Hello. Yes, you can see the updated one, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, look at something, right? I try to understand. Hello, tell me, what have you done? Walk me through, what have you done, right? Now, the particular work this person was aiming for then was actually, if I can remember, brand manager and social media related, branding, social media, and what have you, right? So, and customer relationship management. So I look at this. I said, okay, I'm a brand and social media manager with experience of 4 years. This person has 4 years solid experience managing online platform, creating engaging digital content, supporting online sales with a retail and wholesale environment. I've worked with, and like you can see this, I was able to document who the person is, how many experience this person has, what are the impacts this person has created in that years of experience. Now, what were the tools this person was used to drive those force? And let the person let us know. So the person now concluded, my background as a general manager also has also given me strong operational awareness, team coordination skills, and whatsoever. Now, can you compare this experience as a brand and social media manager from this aspect to this? Where is it? To this? Can you compare it? You can't compare. Because here you just told us you handled this, handled that, handled that. No, but how to communicate? Because everything was even flowing from you're a brand manager. Are you the one handling content? But the person just want to submit something, out of pressure of looking for job, right? You don't just now look at this brand and social media manager. Manage the brand online presence across key social media platform. Strengthen visibility and customer interaction on daily post impression of 100 to from 100 posts. Do you understand? Like the post was actually 100 to 5,000 post impression, and the image or everything, the post like from 30 likes to 1,000 likes genuinely. This answers a lot. This person told us, guy, what are you doing? What were the key like what was your achievement? What was the metrics? What was the result? What have you done? How were you able to move from one place to one place? Have you impacted? Did you drive anything? Created and executed engaging content? What type of content? Photo content, short form videos, caption, campaigns that improve audience engagement and brand recommendation. For someone that want to apply as a brand and social media manager, when I see this, I'll be excited to even bring this person to my table. Why? Because this person moved me from 100 to 5,000, from 30 to 1,000. This person was also able to handle customer service inquiry, manage online orders. And the person that is taking orders, just like what Ijeoma mentioned, what type of order? Is it human order? Is it this? So you mentioned an online order and ensure prompt response, improving customer experience and trust. You are communicating something to the recruiter. Also, supported day-to-day office with their operations because you are in a manager role. You're supporting them, right? So that's the angle. Look at this. Customer service representative. You're a customer service rep. Your direct contact is the social media part, and with your online customer and your physical customer. That's what we should hear from you, right? Now, responded promptly to customer inquiries across social media, WhatsApp, and in-store channel, ensuring positive customer experience. That's what you are communicating to us. So we know that this person has solid customer service representative. You can see that in this place, I was able to use action verb. This place, I use action verb to qualify what the person has done. This place, I use action verb. So this is where I tell you this action verb will be useful, right? So provided product recommendation and sales report, contributing, because this person has to give us information on sales report because you're the customer service person, right? Provided product recommendation and sales support, contributing to 20%, contributing to the 20% increase of daily revenue target, because you are giving us sales support. So it will check us like our revenue targets. Are we in line? Is there anything we are not doing all right? You let us know, right? Also, as the role, the person also mentioned here, collaborated with sales and operation team to ensure smooth order processing and service delivery, maintaining the company mission goal. This person, I'll not see that, oh, fine. I saw a particular thing, I can get it I can pay this person, I'll get my value. I'll get value for money from this person if I employ this person, right? Now, because this person is being positioned as more or less like a middle level 4 years working experience. Now, general manager, I'm stating that. Now, as a volunteer, because this person is not is not applying for, should I say, a 1 year, a fresh, a 1 year working experience or volunteering role, right? I don't have to go through the stress of documenting everything that has to do with the volunteering experience. But I have to let them know that, oh, guy, I've volunteered, though. See what I've done as a social media manager. Now, this person has done a lot of volunteering work, right, in so many places. But I try to pick what relevant does this thing has to this role she's applying for, right? Social media manager at where? At this restaurant. This you volunteered for at religious house. Is it a Christian place? Is it a church? Is it a mosque? Let us know. And also where? Also let us know what leadership's role do you have? Because the role we are putting
He's now logged out and we try to log in, maybe due to his network. I hope you are learning a lot from this section. And we can also share our impact, what we have learned so far, just to brief one another before the director join us. Anyone to volunteer what he or she have learned so far? He is now with us now. Any volunteer?
Hello, apologies, please. My internet went off. I've actually been using
No
it
problem.
since morning, so yeah, that's that. Okay, my screen is not showing, right? So let me try to share the screen again. But anyways, I'm charging it, no problem. So we are all good. Check. Let me share this thing again. Because I want us to get this gist very well, right? Though, can you still see the screen, right? Confirm you can see the screen.
Yes, we can see the screen.
Okay. Ibrahim, I don't know if you still have access to shit. Okay, let me check if you're still an host. Okay, yes, you're still the host. Makes sense. Okay, that's good. So you can see. So what I was saying here, I don't know. I was explaining something around leadership role, right? So your leadership role must connect to those experiences you are telling us about, right? It must connect. You don't just check for AI, give me leadership role. No, it must connect to what you are telling us about. Also, you have to tell us what skill and competence are you showing from what you have done above in your experience. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I want to switch my internet. and you more or less like give me 1 minute for them to call prayer.
Okay, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. So let me just try to round up with this particular part, right? So then I'll know how to manage. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, then I'll know how to manage when they started praying, sha. But it will not really take long. So now, so what I just want to say is that for a particular lead, see, I don't want you to bother yourself about a particular template whatsoever to use, right? I'll be sharing something and I'll walk you through. Trust me with that. That's how the masterclass is going to be. So skills and competency, right? All what you are listing here for anybody reading must connect. You don't just write your skill. You are telling us a particular skill that is not even connecting to what you have told us in your experience above here. It's not connecting. So you can see Shopify and Bumper relates to the customer service role this person did, right? Google Workspace and Microsoft Office, social media management and brand strategy, mobile photography, whatsoever, right? Everything. For this skill, one thing I usually tell people is that why ATS will not accept or will not pass your CV to the next stage is because you are not picking the relevant keyword from that CV. They're asking you in that CV that you must have you must know how to use Google Workspace or Microsoft Office. But on your CV, there's no place showing Microsoft Office. You know, that is about -1 or -5 set. You have that. They're asking about social media management. You can use that. They're asking about some of your leadership role that, okay, do you know anything about team coordination? You don't know. Do you know anything about operation management? You are not putting it in that CV. Now, why usually I do tell people you must have your standard CV. That is one. And for every role you are applying for, you must not use that same CV. You must tune that CV to that particular advert. Because in that particular advert, they'll be asking for some specific thing. And why are you being rejected or why are you not getting invited for interview? It's because of what? It's because let's say you're not using the correct keyword. They're asking for maybe a particular qualification is not on your CV. Do you have it? If you don't have it, let them know what engagement do you have. Something like that. You work on it like that. So that's how to manage that affairs. Also, this person is just graduating. We'll just convocate this 2026. But do you see me putting it here? I just put BSc Mass Communication. Fine, because the first thing the HS is scanning for, the HS is scanning for, this person they graduate, a BSc Mass Com, because they're asking of that, right? BSc Mass Communication. You see, then, and the last part, I'll just put 2026. As soon as we're in 2026, if it's in view, you will not see me putting in view here. The only place I can put in view is that, let's say you are doing a professional qualification and they ask that, okay, um, either you're a chartered accountant or you're a chartered stockbroker with maybe, or you are in view, in progress, all those things. That's when you start stating it here as putting open brackets and whatsoever, right? So with that, right, this part is cool. So let me check. Let me also share the next information I want to share to you guys, right? That's the next slide. Come. Yeah. So sorry. Yeah, they're about to pray. Yeah, just spare me about 5 to 7 minutes. So when they pray finish in less than 10 minutes, yes, we'll engage on that. But I still want all of us to still be on this call. I will share the next slide screen now. So if you have anyone down to go and pray, you can go attend to what you want to do. But let's give ourselves a break of 10 minutes. Mm. So yeah, thank you very much everyone for coming back, right? So just like we have said, right? So we're able to address a lot of things. That's touching the personal information. That's where you have your name, your email, your phone number, your address, and whatsoever, right? So, and regarding that personal information, one thing I usually tell people is you are working while you have your standard CV, right? Now, when you are building a particular CV for a particular job advert, right? You are working directly with the requirements. You're working directly with the requirements in the job description, in the job advert. What did I mean here? They are not asking you to tell us your address, and you're stating your address there. Or they're asking, or they stated on the advert that, okay, they want people in, let's say, Ikeja, Lagos, or they want people in Kuje, Abuja, or they want to in Lugbe, Abuja, all those, they stated it there. And they are putting Abuja, and you are putting Ogun State. Number one, you have even failed from that angle. Why is that? Why your CV will not fly is when ATS, if they are, because most people that use ATS application, right? Most people that use ATS application are the big fours, big organization, right? But normal, should I say the middle scale organization, right? They do scan CV through soft copy. You send to them. They use some other AI tool, which I'll also show you to check. Okay, is this person good to go? Yes or no? Let us know. That's that. So when they're asking for candidates that is based in Abuja, and you are putting Ogun State, you are putting Lagos State, or you are putting outside the country, yeah, maybe in UK, your CV will not fly. Why is that? Your employer would not be ready to should I say pay for your pay for your relocation. And I see some CVs. Before, I've also been into this before that. I would also put Lagos. I'll not put open bracket, open to relocate. I'll be open for relocation. Are they asking me that am I open for relocation? If you check job advert very well, right? On Jobberman, on LinkedIn, on Google, everywhere, check. You see, some they'll tell you, okay, we need applicants in Port Harcourt. And any other states that is open to relocate. Fine, they are stating it there. Then that is where you can now put it on your address. So now, how have I been able to manage this? Is that I've seen a particular job in Abuja, right? Sorry, who is this? So let's say I've seen a particular job in Abuja, right? And I'm willing to go to Abuja. I'm not just stressing the employer. I'm willing to go to I have seen the advert. Okay, fine. I've seen Abuja. Then I'll say, okay, the job description, the requirement, the pay, the skill, everything, is it aligning with what I want? If yes, fine. If no, why am I stressing myself to apply? And I'll give myself heart attack. I'll repeat again, I have never been in a position of some people tell you that I've applied for 50 jobs, 30 jobs, this and that. If I say I have applied for all my life, like this 6 years working experience now, right? Yes. So all the job I've applied for, I've submitted my CV for. If it's not 10, maybe 11, right? And because I don't just apply just because people are applying, let me to apply, let me join the train. Did I want to give myself heart attack? Did I want to, like, if it's not what I'm looking for, then why should I apply? Right? If it's not what I'm looking for, why am I applying? If it's not what they are requesting for from the candidate, then why am I applying? So that's why you see a lot of people, why is my CV not passing this particular stuff? Fine. You may be applying for the right job with the wrong CV. That's one problem. You may be applying for the right job with the wrong CV. Why is that? They're asking for a particular responsibility and you are giving them history of where you were, maybe doing your volunteering work, what does not even tally with that role. Then you not get the opportunity. That's the angle, right? So area around the candidate information, you align it with what they are requesting for, stated there. If you are not in Abuja, if you have a brother or sister or parent in Abuja, state it. If you are having in Ogun State or Maiduguri State, collect their address, put it there. And don't just disclose plot 1 or number 2 or this and that. No, just put, if it's the area, the key area they're looking for. If it's in Abuja, you put Lugbe, Abuja. If it's in Lagos, you put Ikeja, Lagos, or Mushin, Lagos. There are some jobs specifically, they'll tell you candidates applying must reside on the island. Finish. They are being specific. So if you are not residing on the island and you are putting, let's say, where in Lagos, you are putting Ikeja or you are putting Oshodi. Is that what they are looking for? They will know if your CV will not fly. That's number one thing, because they may put it as their number one key checker because those are specifically big organizations. They put it as the number one key checker on their tool or the recruiter, anybody checking the CV. That's number one thing. Then number two, you come to your profile summary. When you check your profile summary, you check through your profile summary, right? Let me this CV, okay. Then you come to your, can you see my screen, please? Let me confirm you can see my screen, please. Are we communicating?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then you come to your profile summary, right? You state, okay, who is this guy? Who is this guy? You state, okay, I'm this guy. Over the years, I have social working experience. In this experience in what? I stated, okay, experience 5 years of working experience in financial reporting, internal control, business development, financial transformation across investment, blah, blah, blah. I stated the industry in this place. I connected with my experience to what I have done, to which industry is it? So that I know, oh, fine, is this industry aligning? Because some people who ask that the industry you must have worked should be fast moving consumer goods, like the likes of this Unilever and the likes, right? They will state it here. So state your industry of where you have worked, right? Also, what are you being known for? You are being known for leading, because you must, I'm positioning myself for leadership role. So let me state it here. Cross-functional teams, improving operational efficiency, this. I'm stating it there, right? Successfully participated in internal control over financial reporting. Now, these are what I am letting the employer know about me. I'm summarizing what I have in my experience, what I have in the skills I have acquired, my achievement, my education, my journey. I'm letting them know everything, the award I have and everything. But I said, I'm letting them know everything, right? I've stated it here. Then I let them know, okay, what tool can I use? Hands-on proficiency in Microsoft Excel, QuickBooks, AI, blah, 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 and modern tool. I'm sitting here. Now, this particular job, right, is asking that the candidate must be AI savvy, must also have strong internal control skills, must have worked in cross-functional roles in different organizations. You're not just working in one particular role for 5 years. No, you are in investment industry. You are not a pro. Fine. With that investment industry, then you think, okay, with this particular industry this person is asking for, did I have any supporting experience around that? Let them, if you don't have, don't lie. I don't tell people to lie on CV. Don't lie on your CV. What are you going to do? You just come in this your role. What the responsibility or what they're asking for? Paint it around what you have done, right? I stated here, this is more or less like I have a lot of remote stuff I do, right? So this is with Relabi Consulting. I stated project, I've managed project, manage a project as an engagement team lead on internal control over financial reporting. So to oversee this, and you can see anything you are seeing on any of my CV will align with what my action verb, what have I done, and the result is being stated. How have I done it? I'm stating everything there. Participated in preparation of financial reporting. I'm stating it there. Now, in this particular role, they will see this person as, does this person know what he's doing? Let him tell us, how can he save, you're applying for leadership role, how can he save the company from a lot of loopholes, right? Stated there. Save 700,000 on vendor book supplies by conducting price survey and negotiating terms prior to finalizing deals. I'm letting them know I saved them this amount. That's my verb. I saved them this amount, right? On what? On vendors book supply. How did I do it? By conducting price survey and negotiating terms. These are accounting stuff, right? The one I showed you earlier is for branding and social media, right? This accounting, right? So these are some of the things you bring into the picture to manage how to write your CV. Now, we have, after your experience section, right? I've talked about the contact, the profile information, profile summary, experience section, your leadership role, state it. I'm not at the beginning of my career, right? My leadership role, I narrate it just like experience. I state it there. Like experience, I write it like this because that is my 1 year. That's my first work experience I'm looking for. So I have to bring in what I've done in school. I brought in my junior chamber experience there, and I explained what I did as a member then. Well, so but since I'm going higher to a leadership role, I'll let them know, okay, what have I done? I was part of this when I was in school, right? Meeting manager, and I was also a member. Manual, I stated it there. Why? Because I'm an accounting role, right? There are some instances where you not put this. If it does not relate with what you are doing, I'm letting them know that anything about store management, I know about it. Anything about IQ, being intelligent, be able to manage client relationship and everything, I'm there. Now, as an general, this is more or less like a secretary related, like anything that has to do with high performance communication with clients, you see me there, right? Also, I also stated there because when you're stepping into leadership role, right? You have some things that you apply for when you're in at work. Do you want to be among this particular committee? Do you want to do this? How can you influence decision? Let them know. Yeah, I told them, I part of my this like how you have SPE, right? We also have NOASA when we're in school, Nigerian University Accounting Student Association. I told them I'm a member, and what other things I do? I was also a chairman of the electoral committee. I told them. Now, my award, I told them I have an award. What type of award have I done? I documented it. During my intern with Willaby Consulting, I received this award, and I was being recognized also, double award, different time, recognized and awarded as the outstanding employee. That's that. Also, this place also, when I was in an educational sector, I received an employee award, employer award, right, by my employer. Then I wrote everything back then. And look at this place. I brought this guy here. I was awarded for my integrity, patience, precision, attention to detail. Because when I'm taking my details, you want to put me, for me to manage your funds, right? You must know, is this guy attentive to details? Is he honest? Is he diligent? Is he everything? I brought this thing there because that is what I receive an award for, and everything. You can reference it. It's on my LinkedIn. It's everywhere. Check for it, right? So I also let them know, as we are all growing day by day, we are growing day by day. Now, I received an award when I was interning, right? So no one can tell, like, I do tell people, while you are working, you can be interning, you can be doing volunteering, or you can be doing community service, you can be doing everything, do 10 things together. No one is holding you for that. But just mind you, right? Only if you're maybe where you are working presently as your full-time work, you now have another place you are volunteering that they both share the same interests. They both share the same interests, right? So if they are sharing the same interests, they are working for the same thing, let the person know. It's either you are not disclosing information of one particular company because they will majorly have a particular driving force. So you can be working in a particular place and also be working in a particular place for a different thing entirely, or building a particular skill, working on your development and what have you, right? Now this particular section is also stating what are your professional experience. What certification have you done? What training have you done? I just put everything here. I bring my training here. Yeah, I just brought. Fine. You're looking for a chartered accountant. I'm not a chartered accountant, but I am there in view. I'm in the institute already, right? I've gotten to a particular stage and I'm moving. Now, you want me to manage your finances properly? I'm letting you know that I am a finance business partner and I've taken course on that. When this? I'm also letting you know that I've taken course on communication skills and problem-solving skills by who? McKinsey. I stated it. I'm also letting you know that what I've documented up that I can use accounting software, I've stated it there. Now, and I usually tell people that down to this particular one, right? I usually tell people that if I show you, I have a particular drive, a Google Drive, I update my CV majorly every month, right? Now, or when I see that my CV in January must not be the same CV in June, what am I saying? Now, you're in January, you want to grow. Are you telling me that it's the same thing you are doing from January to June, 6 months? You have not taken any extra course. You have not volunteered. You have no other skills. Are you growing? Guy, take free courses. Don't worry. I'll send you where you can take free courses while you're in school. You can start building experience, start building skills, start building your CV on that. I also let them know. Now, this particular information you are seeing here, education and mentorship. Now, is actually I use this particular information here to solve a gap. When I was presenting, I mentioned something around gap, CV gap, and some information, right? Don't worry about CV gap. Just approach your CV, write your CV, right? When I was working from this place, now you will see something. You will see October 2021 to April 2022. From this place to this place, you can see that there's a gap there. Someone that is very detailed about checking, that has checked everything, has seen that, okay, I've done properly very well. And that is now checking where was I from a particular year to a particular year. Like, what was I doing? Am I just sleeping? Oh, I'm telling them I'm not just sleeping. But what was I doing? Yeah, this is what I'm doing here. I'm building this thing. I joined the mentorship platform. And I'm not just telling them I joined the mentorship platform. I'm telling them what the mentorship platform is. What have I learned? I'm letting them know here. You can see how I was able to manage this. After mentioning this, I don't put this guy here that I'm also a graduate of accounting. That's it. So you put like you're going to put the thing that will put you to the table, that will bring you to the table, put them first. And also mention your skill, your competencies, and everything, right? So I hope we are all communicating. Like, the mic is open for everyone. I want to hear from you. And let me share a particular information I want every one of you to use properly, right? I call it engagement tracker. The engagement tracker, we are humans, right? We are bound to forget everything. Day by day, we do a lot, right? And even as an undergraduate, you'll be involved in so many responsibilities, and I can assure you that you remember what to document in your CV, right? What to document in your CV. So let me share this engagement tracker template. This. Now, I designed this for you to okay, this is more just like a readme information, right? Personal engagement tracker for UNIMAID. You can put, let me clean this, right? So now, personal engagement tracker, you can use it for anything. A single tracker for everything you do. Your coursework, your COS or internship, your project, you are doing freelancing, you are doing volunteering, you are doing your NYC, or a particular job. If you're a graduate, you have work experience, you can use this tracker. Now, why this tracker? A lot of people forget about, you see, so see what I said. Most people forget 80% of what they have done in 6 months. So now you start documenting. What are you doing? You have a daily log. What have you done today? What have you done today? So your daily log is what translates to what you have in CV. I do tell people, if you want me to lie on your CV, I will lie. I will put it there. When I lie, I put it there, which I don't even do. I put it there. You may not get what you want, or you may even get what you want, right? When you're in that room, you'll not be called for the second interview, or let's say the first interview. You'll be invited for the job, but for you to possess that skill, the ability to present yourself well. When I was presenting, I mentioned something around the AI whatsoever, right? AI can help polish a particular thing, but the people that stands out are those people that have the authentic experience. They can demonstrate their skills, right? Now, who is this for? It's for undergraduate, graduate, and anyone like doing any engagement. You can use this. Now, what am I? God, why is my screen showing like this? I don't want. Okay, let me just hide this guy. Put him somewhere. Like now, look at this. My engagement log. You add one rule. So the guide, you see this guide in this readme first, right? So day one, you document 12th of January 2026. You document on Monday, right? Automatically, right? Let me use it. When you put these dates, I did a formula here, right? And this formula is picking an information for you, right? It's automating. Here also is automating the particular week, right? Now you state what engagement are you doing? Engagement or project, UNIMAID department, mechanical engineering, right? I also did a drop down here to state the coursework. Okay, what type of engagement? Is it an internship? Is it final year project? Is it job and employment? Is it freelancing? Is it volunteering? NYSC? You have that, right? What type of activity are you doing on that engagement? State it here. If you don't have it, right? If you don't have it, come to this place and add. Put it here, edit button. You can edit it and add it here. This Google sheet, you can edit it. When you edit, it will come here, right? Now, you are letting them know that for this project work, this is what I've done. I've worked on the final year task description and what you have done, right? Worked on final year project, built and tested small scale solar charge controlling cycle, blah blah blah. You state it there, right? You state your status ongoing. This is ongoing, no? I'm not at all. You noted the skill you have learned, right? Learn to use a multimeter for loading texting. So you have this information here. So this is how you document. Now let's assume you are this for when you are at work at school. Let's assume you are not doing an intern. An intern at Cloud Energy. Okay, you stated it. What date? You stated the date. You come to this place. Which organization or which project you state it here? What type of engagement? Is it an internship? State it here. Is it training? State it there. Is it volunteering? State it. Now, what's your responsibility at that place? You state customer support. Okay, no problem. What have you done on that day? Like at the end of the day, before you sleep, document what you have done. Assisted in resolving for customer, blah, blah, blah. You do it. Because it's a particular task here, right? You solve the customer issue. You are done. What was the thing you were able to achieve from there, right? Practice troubleshooting under time pressure. You are done. So all this thing, that's how you do it. You document everything, right? When you document everything, this guy is coming. So someone can just ask you, oh, what have you done? On, should I say week 2, I've not done anything. I don't have any engaging achievement. I don't have any achievement that I've completed. I don't have any ongoing tasks. Everything you've been asking. Week 3, what have you done? I've done 5 things. Out of that 5 things which I've listed here, right? Which I've listed here, I've completed 3 things. And ongoing, I have 2. See this guy. Now, this one is automating itself. When you are inputting, the only information you are working here massively is only your engagement log. When you are doing it here, everything is coming up, right? Now, monthly summary is telling you that at the end of this month, you have done 5, you have inputted 5 entries, which is 5 engagement. And out of that, you're able to end January with 3. You completed 3 and you have 2 ongoing. That is it. So the question would be, why did I have 2 ongoing here? Anything wrong? In February also, when you you get it. Let me give you a sample, right? Let me put February. February. You can see automatically when I put February 16, this stuff pop out, this stuff pop out is automated. You state, okay, what type of, should I say, JCI, Junior Chamber International? Okay. What type of engagement? Am I volunteering? Yes, I'm volunteering. It's not a paid engagement. Okay, I volunteered. Active category. Okay, when is he at the training or doing public holiday, or what am I doing there? So you check for anything that suits, let's say, event support, right? Now you state what you have done. Let me use this same information, right? Now, have you completed it? If it's ongoing, you state it. The skill you have learned, you put it there. Right. Let's come to the weekly summary. You see information about 2026. Your monthly summary. You can see now you have February. You can see that this guy came here, right? You have one entry. Description bank, you come here. So in this place also, I want you to check through. How can you identify description? What you tell yourself, every entry you must put here, must state, what did I do? After summarizing, after checking what you have in this engagement, right? You are every entry should answer these three questions. What did I do? How did I do it? What was the result? You remember those three information, right? So the first one, you can see this final year project, which is this guy here, which is this projects. You can see schoolwork, project work. So you don't come to this place, right? You want to describe final year project. You don't use I worked on project. I worked on project is void. You just write I designed and tested prototype solar charge controller, right? You state it there. If it's an internship, you state what you have done during the internship or service. If it's a meeting you attended, you state everything there. If it's a research work, admin documentation, sales, group, you state everything here. Now, CV bullet builder, right? You have started your engagement on that role. You know, on CV, when you state your experience, you're stating the industry and the industry and your role. This is information. The engagement is this guy, Cloud Energy, as customer support intern. You have stated that, right? Now, log activity. You come here. What have you done? Resolve 4 customer meter activities. Provide this. So you can just take this person. Sorry. Then how are you going to write it? From right. Resolve customer account and meter activation. Write this. What skill? You know, when I was connecting the experience to your skill, I said for every experience you have, what skill are you demonstrating? You can demonstrate one skill throughout everything. Write it there. You have stated it's customer service, technical problem solving, and everything. You have stated everything. So that's on that angle, right? I'll share this tracker with you, right? Let me also, one thing I want you to also take is a particular resources I do use these resources a lot, right? We'll round up now because I don't want under prayer to meet us here. So I know many of you ask about what I need a CV template, I need this, I need that, I need that. So this guy here is ready to help you anytime. He's ready to help you anytime, right? He's ready to help you. This is him. Resume worded. When you use resume worded, it improves your resume and LinkedIn profile. Fine. You go to this place. Let me ATS resume guide. I told you all what ATS is, right? I'll try. So in 2026, companies are trying to automate everything, including hiring. They use ATS or applicant tracking system to screen out resume that don't appear to be fit. This means you need to write ATS resume. You use this information. I told you what an ATM is and an ATS is and how to write an ATS resume. That's the angle, right? This is what the ATS guy passes, right? He passes so many things. It passes from you read and sort resume. See, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have about 12 CVs. Keyword filters. It filters the keyword that it's looking for. After that, recruiter review only the resume that passes filter. That's that. If the keyword, the major thing you are meant to find there is you are not, is not seeing it, your CV is going nowhere. That's the angle, right? Also, how do you write ATS resume? I mentioned that in my call. First thing, make sure your resume is readable. Like it must be very. So this is a public website. So I will share the link with you. You can check. So you can see it's stating here you are using image. You have done this border. You are doing this. You are doing summary. Is this actually making sense? No. But you can see how it's documenting experiences here. There's this angle, right? Ensure a resume scanner can read your resume. Use standard section title. It's standard section. I mentioned this, your experience, your work experience, project, your leadership experience, the activity you have done. It can help you to do. Avoid non-standard section like what have I been up to and experience, my work so far. Like the word as what have I been up to, my work so far, my experience, how can I add value to you, all those things. Avoid those unstandard title, right? So avoid using creative font. The font recognized is this Calibri, Garamond. Use this font. Those are readable fonts, right? We have several templates. So I'll share the link with Ibrahim. He's going to see everything. So sorry. So you can see several templates. You see a lot of templates, but your templates should speak to what type of job are you applying for. What type of job are you applying for? Pick a template, work on it, but the major thing that must not be missing in your template is what I've highlighted. Right? On how to tell your experience, check if your resume. So to share, right? I know before you start, you can do an exercise, right? Before you start working on your CV, you can check for is your CV, does it pass the ATS test? So I have a particular AI that that tests if your CV pass the stage required. Where is it? It's still the same screen. Okay. Yes, that's Polish AI. Confirm you can see Polish AI information here. Hello, am I communicating with anyone? Yeah, makes sense. So
Yes, we can hear you.
yes. Yeah. So now this is Polish AI, right? So I've registered. So when you go to Polish AI, it's because of the time, right? Go to Polish AI, you register, put your email, everything is going to sync in. Then I uploaded my CV. Look what it gave me. This same CV you are seeing, right? Let me open it for you. So you see, it tells me that ATS score is 75 over 100, which is above. Most hired candidates score higher. Now let me check the analysis. You can see the keyword, my keyword is 74%. Impact 79, 77%. My structure 79%. Clarity 70%. You can see now, but still, this can be also funny, right? We are not, if you have 50, 60% above, I usually aim for 70, 80, 90. I usually aim for that. If your score is 70, if you have 75 over 100, are you not good to go? You pass what they're looking for and recruiter will see your CV, right? Now, it's telling me something that I have some issue with my CV, right? Okay, no problem. I said, then it's graded the issue into high, medium, and low. It's telling me high, vague training focus bullets. Okay, listing training session as bullet point, provide little evidence.
to show my actual contribution. Okay, no problem. It's also saying something about generic finance transformation. Maybe it does not understand the term finance transformation, but it's telling me that the bullet I should create should describe a process improvement with specific tool. You can see those are the two I issue it has. The medium one is telling me that missing metric in vendor negotiation. I told you that AI love using percentage. If I don't want to use it, I may leave it there. There are ways on how you don't just follow AI, should I say, anyhow. You must also follow it with, because AI, you're a woman, right? You have to check if everything match. Look at what he said. He did not highlight anything here. Everything here is good to go. Everything here is also good to go. But he told me here that, okay, look at this. It said, this place I wrote, participated in preparation of financial statement and management account for clients. This is a consulting firm, and I'm telling them that I prepared a financial statement for several clients, right? He's telling me. But he's saying that, no, why not use prepared monthly financial statement and management account providing this? It's now a two-way thing, right? Remember, I have 70 what percent? I have 75%. I may choose to accept it or reject it. That's that. Now, it's also telling me that the place I wrote contributed to financial transformation engagement, which are the two I information is stated there, contributed to a finance transformation engagement, focus on optimizing, blah, blah, blah. It's telling me that, no, I should change it to automated monthly financial report workflow using ERP tool. It read this because it's an ERP issue that we solve here, right? So it detected it and said that, guy, why not say this to make it short and give it a shot? It's also stating here that, okay, this place is too wide, or I'm trying to give detailed explanation. No, don't give detailed explanation. Why not state you applied automated purchase request workflow? Let them know that this is what you have done. And I tell you, look at this experience here. As an accountant at STEM Child Care Academy, it did not even highlight anything. Look at this place also. Business Development Finance Officer. This is a contract employment. Nothing. Look at this. So you can see, if you're able to follow all what I have mentioned, right? You're able to follow. Be sure. See, I don't want you to, the only thing you should be requesting for is, sir, how will I, what will come first? What will come second? What will come third? And you have those online. But what you will develop, what you will put inside, your engagement tracker will help you. Be authentic. Say everything as you have done it. Write it. I just tell people that write everything. Do voice note for me. Let me listen to how you have done it. Or because that's how you are going to be genuine. Now, look at this. Accountant, this is a contractor, the one I mentioned, right? So you can see it's out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 5, it's only highlighted one that has error. Sorry, out of 6. He said, why not instead of this way? You can see that in this place, I purposely did not put percentage, but the guy that brought it out, guy put percentage here, quantify it as this. It's growing, right? Look at this place. When I was serving, look at it. Are you seeing any highlights here? Look at the project I have highlighted that covered the gap up. It's not highlighting anything. Look at the skills. Because of this technical skill, connects to what you are seeing above. So I don't know if this really makes sense to every one of you. So you can go to Polish Me AI. This is it here. So Polish Me AI. Go there, register. When you register, the first thing, put in your CV. When you put in your CV, check. Let it show you the result. Sometimes, if you are not really okay with what you have done, follow all what I have said. Okay, you should be your guiding principle. Document everything you have done, and be see, people collect money while you are working. While you are in school, right? You can be earning a lot from CV writing. You can be earning a lot, right? Also, in that resume, okay, I have to reshare my screen again to my main slide. Where's my main slide? Where's the slide? Okay, this is the slide. So now in this place, when I share this slide, you see the link to all this information here. You see the link to all this information, right? I want to hide this guy. So you see the one on CV training resources. Hold on, please.
Before he joined us, he tried to explain how we can be able to craft our CV to meet recruiter targets, and also how to position ourselves without being there, because CV serve as a passport for the recruiter, because not all things we have to be there. It's like you going to this thing, let's say a conference now, you network with some people and you both engage. The only thing you just say, maybe in terms of, let's say, your expression towards them, you just say, send me your CV, let me see how it goes. Then from there, they could be able to know
Sorry,
whether they
this my
have a
AI.
slot for you or something like that.
Sorry. Sorry, this my
Welcome
AI
back.
is my network just messed up, right? So just a random notes, right? So we'll be sending the information to resources I have. So that slide I was actually showing, we was just clearly mentioning the resources I have. That's on CV writing, on CV resources, that's the resume worded, the ATS tracker, that's the polish me, engagement tracker. I also dropped the Google Sheet link there, and also the free courses where you can take free courses from. You can take free courses from the Forage, Alison, Demi. Check on X and also from, I think one guy usually share course code or social about code, Malaja, also check him. Also on the same slide, you'll be seeing link to some CV and LinkedIn optimization. You can check it, check people post. So yeah, so that's that. So we can connect on LinkedIn, communicate. You can have my contact from him. To um I'm ready to support everyone, support your journey. So we are into this together, and with this, right, I believe we must have every knowledge that should guide you on how to write a CV. Don't Fine, we have templates, but I don't want you to just use AI generic information. You can use AI, write it and give it your own give it its own word to benchmark it. Yeah, having said that, right? It's okay, the recording, right? So recording after everything. So let's say today is what? Today is Saturday. So let's say before during the week, I'll look at how I can arrange the recording, but definitely we'll share that to you through mail. Because if you registered, the only people who can send it to are those that have registered, because we have your mail, so we can send that. And yeah, with that, outside this, we also have some other trainings like we'll be looking forward to have, because definitely we talk about scholarship, because I saw a lot of people talk about scholarship. No, scholarship CV has its own treatment, right? So there's how we treat that particularly. So having said that, right, I don't know if you have any contribution question to ask outside this. Thank you very much for having me. Yeah, Ibrahim, you can go ahead. Ibrahim, you have the floor.
Wow, wow, wow. Such a wonderful.
Is it my network or Ibrahim network? So if it's his network, I want all of us, I so much appreciate your time. So Scholarship Catalyst Foundation is saying thank you. So you can check us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, just search for Scholarship Catalyst. So you see it there, the same icon. I believe you must have seen the our logo. So check, you see it there. And on LinkedIn, you can connect Muhammad Ridwan, who is the name. So you can check on LinkedIn. Yeah, I'm ready to partner with everyone for your career growth and development. Thank you very much. So having said that, I'll be ending the call for everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Yeah. Cheers.